よいしょ。All right. Hello everyone. Not sure how many people can join, so let's wait a little bit. Hmm. あれこれか。Let me set up my stuff. なんでだろう。ライブ。あ、Doug and Frank. Welcome. ちょっと待って。I want to check out my live stream, but I don't know how to go there. Because I always, use the schedule setting. あ、これかな？ Oh, I think this is it. よし。Yep. Okay. And then I assume this is not subscriber only mode. I have to set it only subscriber, right? How? やだ。So, I mean, let me explain, Let me explain. But first off, subscriber mode. How can I make it a subscriber mode right now? Oh, from here? Oh. Okay. Yeah, only subscriber mode. Probably just 5 minutes for today. Okay. よし。Okay. So yeah. Sorry guys, I didn't set up the live stream for today. I couldn't. Because I fell asleep last night while I was putting Hiro asleep, I just fell asleep with him. Right? Perhaps before him. I don't know. I don't remember. But yeah, it's been a hectic few weeks. The day after the last live stream, which is 2 weeks ago, Hiro got a influenza. It's been super spreading right now in Japan. So like almost every kid's getting it these days. Right? He went to the daycare on that day, and then I think he got it there, right? So yeah, he got a flu. And, since it's a contagious virus. When he gets it, he can't go to, anywhere, basically anywhere that has like human contact interaction. So basically quarantine. He has to do quarantine. No daycare, like no playing with other kids. Can't even go to, you know, my parents' house to get some help. But yeah, so I had to do quarantine with him, taking care of him and stuff. That was the first week, right? And then he got recovered pretty quickly. Like his fever went down within a few days, and then he just had to wait for 5 days to get out of the quarantine, right? And then that flu went to Justin. So Justin started to have a really high fever, I don't know the Fahrenheit, but Japanese Celsius, Celsius, that was almost 40, like 39 point something, kind of super high fever. He got it, and then his flu went very long, he just recovered a few days ago when it comes to like fever, right? And he's still coughing, still coughing so hard. I think it went to his lung system right now. Yeah. So yeah, he got even worse, you know. Yeah. So that means, I have to look after Justin. Like he's an adult. He doesn't need like full support like Hiro does. But I had to take care of Hiro by myself, right? So yeah, this past 2 weeks has been like nightmare to me. Yeah. まあね。That's a family life, parents' life, right? Well, then, luckily I didn't get it. I guess I'm being like a mom mode, and then I don't get flu. I didn't get it. I mean, I had a like very low temperature fever, and I still like sneeze and a little cough involved, but no like super fever or anything. I was just fine, but the you know the stress comes from all the other things. You know what I mean? Just like, yeah, it's a flu season in Japan. If you are in Japan, take care of yourself. It sucks. It really does. Yeah, McLovin, thanks for joining. What happened? Yeah, lives every 2 weeks right now. Hopefully, I can do more often next year, but I'm not sure. It's been hectic. Also, it is set that we are going to the US. We are visiting the US during February, so we have to get ready for that. I already got passports for myself and for Hilo, and we also got ESTA, which is like like electric visa for tourists, like tourist visa. We all have to get it. Yeah, so it's pretty much set, but we still have to, you know, do planning while we are there. We still have to, pack up, get ready for like flights with 2-year-old and all that kind of stuff. So it's gonna be busy. So until those things settled, I think my live stream will be my bi-weekly to call. Yeah, every 2 weeks. But yeah, today was particularly bad because I was super tired last night and then I couldn't set up the live stream. So I apologize for like not being really present, not being like, not communicating so much about the status. Yeah. So yeah, thank you Frank for the super chat. Which color? I'd like to say red because it's Christmas, but I don't know if that works. If it's visible, ダメだったんだっけ? Last week I tried red and then Justin was like, we can't see it. So maybe not red. Green probably not. But how about light green? How about this one? Still not really good. ダメ? Let's see if that works. I mean, I can say it, but I don't know about you guys. Is it visible? Yeah, it happens a lot when kids start going to daycare. Yeah, it is, man. Yeah, if it's like just a regular, like, cold, they get cold all the time, I get it. But flu, when it comes to like virus, super contagious, it's bad. Yeah. I think I'm losing my hair too, you know? なんかすごいさ, I don't have much hair here and there. It's bad. But hey. I think 104 Fahrenheit requires hospitalization. そうね, almost, yeah. He almost got there, yeah. Christian Boko, welcome back. Yeah, thanks for joining. You must be exhausted. I am. But I was able to go to my parents' house yesterday, and then took a nice long bath to relax. I also went to katana sword dancing yesterday while I took Hiro to their place. That was my that was for me to get out of get myself more relaxed and de-stress, you know what I mean? But yeah, but my body is still kind of recovering. Stephen Collins, hello from Scotland. Oh, Scotland, Scottish. Cool. I probably don't understand what you say if it's face to face. I'm sorry. Scottish accent, it's very different from like what I'm normally, get used to it. I'm more like American English. I learned American English. And I can pick up like British accent, I think, but very difficult when it comes to like Scottish or Irish, even. Mm, yeah, but it's fascinating the accents. It's very interesting accent, especially accents in like in the UK. It's very different from region to region, and then yeah. If I have more like time to be more academic, I would probably like look into it, accents in the in the UK. Yeah. I read that Trump wants to make people show 5 years of social media before they let people into the US. Yes, he wants, and I think it's on the review at this point. So when I applied for that visa, it was not a requirement. It was like optional. Hey, if you want to share your social media presence. So I didn't answer to it because I didn't want to, disclose too much. So at least it's not a requirement right now. So I didn't fill it in, but そうだね. Maybe, if that get through it, it's gonna be a requirement and I have to share all these accounts, right? Asagi's life and all the Instagram, you know what I mean? Which is kind of scary. Like, do they actually review all of our accounts and then see? Maybe AI does that for them? Probably AI, huh? Some kind of system, which is kind of scary. I'm not doing anything sketchy, but also I don't know what's gonna trigger them, right? So, yeah, it's kind of scary. Do you meditate? Probably taking a long bath is, for me, a meditate, but does that count? Greetings from New Zealand. Harry Mikado. Harry? Can't read, but hey, thanks for joining. Did Hiro or Justin go to doctor office or hospital for antibiotics? Hiro had to go to the doctor because it's been contagious. It's been spreading in the daycare, and then daycare people said like, "Hey, you need to take Hiro to the hospital and get diagnosed, right? We want to know everyone's status right now, health status." So I had to go to the doctor, and yeah, he got it. He got the antibiotics, like virus. It's not like antibiotics, right? I don't know. The virus killer, Tamiflu. Yeah, he got it, and yeah. But the thing is, the medicine was too bitter for him, and then no matter what I did, almost like when I mixed with cocoa, he took it, but other than that, he was like, meh, I don't want to eat it. You know, it really tastes bad. Seems like. So, but he took some of it and then recovered very quickly. But Justin refused to go to the doctor, and it took so long to recover. Yeah, because his fever was going like up and down, and then he's like, oh, my fever is going down, so I don't have to go to the doctor. I will recover very soon. And then the fever went up again, and then almost like 100 Fahrenheit, and then hey, you need to go to the doctor. And then he's like, oh, I'm fine. My fever went down again, so it's gonna be all right. And then the fever went up again. Like it was like that. He thought it would be, fine, but at the end of the day, it took a week to settle the fever down first off, and then he's at this point he's still coughing so bad. So yeah, I recommend going to the doctor if you get the flu. It's not just a normal cold, right? It can be very powerful. So yeah. And for your information, to visit doctor and then get diagnosed anything, it cost him 300 yen. 300 yen, which is like for you guys, it's like $3. $3, even not $3, $2 for each visit. It's very cheap for kids in Japan, and especially for medicine. Medicine costs 0 yen. And he can get medicine for free until he gets like 18, the when he becomes an adult. So which is very grateful to me. Like I don't have to worry about my financial situation when he gets sick. Now for us adults, we still need to pay like 30% of the medication, as well as 30% of the medicine. Yeah. But that's just for your information. But yeah. I used to be amazed at the kids running around with candles running out of their noses. Candles? Running around with candles? Running out of their noses. I don't know. I don't understand. Brian, welcome back. Are your dating advice codes still available? Whenever I check your website, it says sold out. Sorry about that. But I think it's still. I have a stock. If not, I will restock. But, yeah, it's been on and off. To be honest, the availability is very small. To be honest, but I still have one stock. And then if you set the notification, you will be notified when it's restocked. So, yeah. A nice soak is always a good way to relax. It is. Hello, Devendra. Hello. British, yes. Do Japanese like Kansai dialect? I think many people do. In fact, many people, even when they are not from Osaka, some people still talk or like mimic Osaka dialect to be, to just be funny, or it's just the presentation. I use it sometimes just for the vibe, fun, like uplifting vibe, even though I'm not from Osaka or Kansai region. So yeah, people quite like it. Elite Gaming, hello. Yeah, what are they looking for, right? They might not like some of the chat when he gets discussed, right? Yeah, yeah. In the US, we tend to avoid doctors and hospitals because it's so expensive. Yeah, I heard that. And then it's like, I mean, I know there are arguments, right? Yeah, Heroes free healthcare is technically free, but we also pay health insurance, mandatory health insurance. But also, it's not as expensive compared to like American health insurance, right? They go through company. right? And then you guys pay like $500 or something each month. So compared to that, it's much, much less expensive. And also it depends on your income, right? So not everyone is paying like expensive health insurance here, but if you are very low income, you don't have to pay so much. So yeah, I think it's reasonable so far when it comes to healthcare money in Japan. So we don't have to worry so much about, being like spending so much on like healthcare, which is nice to me. But some people might want to argue with that. Yeah, I think yeah. I think so. I understand that. I think that's the reason Justin kind of like dislike the idea of going to the doctor because he grew up in the U.S. He doesn't want to like. I think he doesn't want to go to the hospital. He has that because he has that image, and I think he thought it was just a fever, right? Um, yeah. I understand. American people tend to avoid doctors, so yeah. Very hello. It's pronounced he re high. Hiri high. Okay, hiri high. Ooh. We don't pay to see the docs here. $7 for a prescription. That's very reasonable. いいね. Sounds good. Even for adults. That's great. I'm black and have tattoos. I'm visiting Japan in a year or so. I'm visiting Japan in a year or so. Oh, okay, okay. You are visiting quite soon. Should I be worried or what should I expect? Like to do like normal tourist thing? Probably no. Probably no. But when it comes to tattoo, you might have restriction when it comes to hot springs, onsens, and like なんだろうね、なんかスパとか、anything like water park related that you become like naked or half naked, you know what I mean? Um, yeah, but other than that, you don't need to worry about anything, especially being black is not like like what? What's gonna happen? Like Japanese people attack black people just because you're black? That's not gonna happen. So like what? You might get like the look. Like you look foreign. You look different from us. So you might get like that kind of look, but it's not like strange look or like harmful, anything harmful. So yeah, when it comes to your skin color, I don't know what you're talking about. And when it comes to tattoo, yeah, you might have restriction when it comes to onsens and stuff. Some onsens don't have any like restriction, but some onsens like just no tattoo みたいな. They have the sign. そうね。Yeah. If it's small, maybe you can cover up with some kind of like skin tape, like beige skin tape, you know. But if you have like all the sleeve tattoos and things like that, it's probably you can't go into that kind of places. But other than that, チェロロ, oh, welcome back. You know the snot coming out like candle wax. Ah, Right. Yeah, I'm wiping his nose all the time now. Yeah. And he recently he does these things, Oh, みたいな. And then, 鼻水、ママ、鼻水。鼻水は snot ね。鼻水. He takes out his snot and then say, 鼻水? 鼻水? Yeah. Mass. Oh, welcome back. We don't avoid going to clinics and hospitals in the US, especially if we have health insurance. I've been in the business for 40 years. Business? You are insurance? You work for insurance company or something? あと, I heard that some companies pay your health insurance. Is that true? ね。なんか, I think I've heard of that. And then if you are in that kind of situation, lucky for you. But the thing is, it's not for everyone, right? Not everyone can afford that insurance. Not everyone can get hired by those big companies who pay your insurance. So now, if I were in that position, like if I were in a position, you know, maybe I'm rich enough to pay my insurance, rich to have like high status, working for a like big company, then I wouldn't worry about it. But if not, I probably will be like, I'll probably feel hesitant to go there. ね。The the wait times are good in Japan for emergency issues. Healthcare efficiencies. Wait time. Oh, you think it's good? Like good? Everyone here is entitled to free medical care, but you can also pay for private health insurance. Just gives you quicker access to hospital. おー、そうなんだ。そっか。じゃあ、the level of the healthcare is different when you are when you have health insurance. まあ、that makes sense. That makes sense. No. Health insurance plans here suck. Here means the US or elsewhere? Yeah, just touring. Yeah, then no issue. No issue. $7 for adults and children if you have a healthcare card. Yeah, that's cool. I never go to a hospital. It's like $1,000 for just visiting. Oh my god. ね、even like I've seen like American women going to the labor, right? Like to give a birth to babies, right? And then how much they pay always amazes me. Like, oh my gosh, so expensive. I wouldn't have afford when I gave Hiro a birth. But also it sounds like it depends on like your health insurance or like the region where which states you give a birth and stuff like that, I guess. So not everyone actually pay that amount of money. Like it was like 4,000 or something. 4,000 4,000 とか even more than that だっけ. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like for me, for my childbirth, you know, uh, including epidural birth, uh, for like a tiny little room to take care of Hiro for like 4 days, 4 days, full meal, guidance from like nurses, yeah, like getting stitches and everything, like everything costed, ev- $2,000, $2,000, only $2,000. That's it. But you know, in the and even with epidural and without epidural, it would have been like $1,000. Yeah. So there's a difference, but it's pretty much like that in Japan, right? And then in U.S. women, they are paying like 4,000, 5,000, even more than that. It sounds like wow, how can they afford that to have a baby? ね、すごいよね。Yeah. I'm just being an overthinker. Yeah, you are. But just enjoy. Yeah, enjoy the visit. Medicine for free until 18 is great, right? By the way, hey guys. Yeah. Hey guys. I'm a bear. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining everybody. I know it was a sudden live stream. I didn't set up. I was too tired to do that. And I was like, this morning, I was like, should I go? Should I go live? Like, do people care? I didn't even set the link or anything. Didn't inform on Instagram. Um, but I was like, well, let's see. If people come here, and then if not, I would just stop. So, but hey, 37 people. That's good. That's good. と Yaulu. I'm black. Thanks. I'm yellow. Funny how we're talking about healthcare. I just went to the doctor today for my shoulder. Oh, okay. I've worked in hospitals since the 1980s. Oh, hospitals. The insurance premiums are taken out of our checks. So, insurance premium. Employee paid insurance 100% is not usual. It is more of an exception here in America. Most of the time, an insurance premium is deducted from your paycheck. なるほど。Maybe what I heard was あれかなcar insurance. They pay car insurance because, car is necessary for commuting and maybe some of the workers just need to have cars to work. So maybe that's what I heard. Some American company pay for car insurance kind of thing. Maybe that was it. Not health insurance. That's not common, huh? McLovin, have you dated a man who spoke no Japanese at all? Did you try to teach him? I have a reason to ask. You have a reason to ask. Okay. To be honest, before Justin, all of my exes didn't speak Japanese so much, to be honest. Like, our conversation was like, I would say 80%. 80% English, and maybe they spoke a little bit of Japanese here and there, but maybe 20% was even generous. Like 90% English, especially like normal conversation, Like I mix Japanese here and there because they know like words, but they couldn't make sentences to have like conversation, right? So I mix a lot of Japanese words here and there, but never really like went full Japanese, right? Uh, so I think Justin was the first guy who like foreign guy who speaks decent Japanese and then don't have like issues in having conversation in Japanese. And why did you ask? I know you have a reason, but you can go outpatients clinic instead of hospitals if you want. Outpatients clinics. 何それ? What's that? What is the population total of Japan? I think it's better asking ChatGPT, Google. I can't just come up with it. I'm not Google, yo. Andy, hello. 久しぶりだろう. Prince, a Disney fan, welcome back. Thank you, thank you. Even when you have private health cover here, there is always a gap, so people end up paying a lot. So if you want to access like better healthcare, yeah, as an Uber driver here in Chicago, I have had to drive people to the hospital in a health emergency because it is cheaper to take an Uber than to pay $12,000 for an ambulance ride. ね。そうだよね。It's strange. It's strange. Like まあでも、そうだね。Some people in Japan use taxis to go to hospital for like emergency. But like real emergency people, they use ambulance, right? It doesn't cost. But because it doesn't cost, there are people who use it wrong, right? There are, I've heard that in Japan, there are people who call ambulance, just have like normal symptoms, like, oh, I have a headache, but I don't wanna go to the hospital by myself. Just call, 99 119だっけ119番119かjust call them みたいな right? Like just lazy people, right? And they lack ambulance for people who actually need it, right? It's been an issue in Japan. And then I think recently they will make them pay like 8,000 yen or something for misusing ambulance. When people misuse ambulance, they will get fined. That's a new rule here. Uber car. They use Uber. Like, have you, Larry, ne? Have you had any like passengers who were like emergency, like they are so someone who's like bleeding and almost unconscious. Have you seen any passengers like that? Like real emergency people. That'll be kind of scary. Like, ne. There was no cost for both my daughter's birth with epidural and everything, nor for the month I was in hospital. and the multiple surgeries. Wow, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah. Well, well, we have to move to Australia. Australia. Yeah. You can see a primary care physician with health insurance for about $50 or possibly less. The emergency room will cost more, but should be used only for more complex issues. Primary. No, no, it sounds very complicated. Here in Japan, we just go to the doctor and you can get a health care, right? Well, I don't know. I kept checking for any updates on Insta. Thank you, Frank. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you, guys. That means a lot. Brody, thanks for the super chat. Can you talk about the salaryman phenomenon? 何それ? Salaryman phenomenon. What is that? Explain. Like we have salaryman all this time, but it's been phenomenal just only these days. What's happening there? Like, are they overworking? I mean, it's also been like that for a while, but 何? What do you want to talk about? Salaryman. Parker Jeep, thanks for thanks thanks for the super chat. Huge super chat. Hope your family is well. You too. てか, it's been a while, Parker Jeep. So, I'll give you sticker. Have I gave you this? Sushi sticker? ね. Acrylic sushi sticker. ね, even wasabi is on the side. Thank you. I have never had car insurance paid by my employer. Oh, そっか. I think I've heard of it. Sounds like my level Japanese can say some things but struggle with sentences. まあね. Few of them were actually learning Japanese, but most of them didn't, which I would kind of regret. I wish they worked on it, right? I wish they at least studied Japanese more. When it comes to, because they were in Japan, right? If I was in the US and dating someone who doesn't speak Japanese, it's not like, it's probably not so much of an issue. I guess that makes sense, but they will live in Japan, then why don't you learn Japanese, right? And then now you have a Japanese girlfriend, then why not? One of them are really serious about it, and then I think at this point he speaks decent Japanese, but other people didn't even learn it. They of course they lived in Japan. They knew many words, but was not able to make more sentences. That's why I really appreciate Justin for like studying so hard, and we can make conversations in Japan, Japanese. So yeah. They interview you on the phone now before they send an ambulance. Last time they sent a taxi to take me. ああ、そっかそっか。へえ。I mean, yeah. Makes sense. Reasonable. Like Australia, they to me they make more sense. You know what I mean? Like recently they banned social media to people who are under 16 that which is like good job, right? Good job. Very good job. I wonder how they actually watch it. Like I'm sure there are so many kids who still like, you know, find a way to use social media. But I think the idea is great. The message is great. だね。Green Penguin. Hello. I have had someone who had a broken ankle that swelled up while in my car as I drove them to the hospital. I also had someone who was bleeding a lot out of their hand from a knife cut when cooking. So look, being an Uber driver in the US sounds like you get through a lot. Wow. Wow. Just wow. Mass, thanks for the super chat. I used to be a loyal flower. 違う、loyal flower, loyal flower. You are a loyal flower. No. Loyal follower, but I've fallen out of the path. ごめんなさい。どういう意味？ I still recognize you as a loyal follower, but like, what are you talking about? Thank you. I guess you have been an absent. You have been absent. That's what you're talking about? Don't worry about that. I wonder if Japan has increased out of network costs. Like if you get injured while visiting another region, like Hokkaido, the costs are more for visiting hospital out of insurance network. Like you as a Japanese citizen getting healthcare in another region? I mean, it doesn't have any difference. Like Japan is a small country, nation, so you can go to the hospital in other region, other prefecture, no problem. Just same, like you pay 30% of the cost, and then that's done. Yeah, that's it. I mean, sure, the costs, hospital costs are different in region. Like Tokyo, they tend to be more expensive. If you go to Hokkaido, yeah, they are more like less expensive. But it's not like huge difference. The system is all the same. So, そうだね. I'm learning Japanese now. Any advice on what? Like, what? Any advice? How to learn Japanese? I'm a native Japanese speaker, so but as a person who learned a language, like second language, English, it's like there's no loyal road, you know? You just need to learn some grammar. You need to learn some grammar. You need to go out, talk to people. Maybe start from Japanese speakers who are like who use Japanese as a second language, because they tend to be like at the same level as you, and maybe you can start from like Japanese locals who teach Japanese. They tend to be more like, very compassionate, right? Like they speak very slowly, using like simple words and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you just gotta go out there and then talk with like locals or like nani? Native Japanese speakers, right? Other than that, it doesn't improve. Did I skip some? Did I skip some? What's your opinion on third dimensional resource expansion? What are you talking about? 何これ? Is that English even? Third dimensional resource expansion. Like, explain me, please. Thankfully, to buy a health insurance policy while visiting Japan is fairly cheap. I recently paid $60 for a week-long $1 million policy. Have never used it. ああ、なるほどね。トーリストインシュランスみたいな。Yes, the ban just kicked in. They can find a way around it. They did a face ID on my daughter and passed her for 16. She looks older. ああ、そっか。So yeah, I don't think it's it's perfect at this point, but I think that having that kind of expectation というか rules to, なんだろうね、policy かな。I think it's more about the policy right now. And then I like the policy. Loyal flower. He's a brand now. Asagi's flowers, right? The East has risen, and now I'm a full-sized load of bread. Loaf of bread, yeah. How to learn it quicker, I guess. How to learn quicker. もう quicker で言ったらさ、もう talk with locals でしょ。They use like words that they normally use. Yeah. And some people do that, right? They don't really learn like grammars, like something something です something something ますあなたは something ですみたいな。まあ that's like very correct Japanese, academic Japanese, but people don't really talk like that, right? And then some foreigners learn like spoken Japanese, right? Not the written Japanese at all. And then they just have conversation without any issue. But they might have, they might have reached the limit, right? Maybe they come off really rude in a very official situation because their language is very broken, right? But to simply communicate, make friends with Japanese people, maybe that's just fine, right? You don't need to know like super polite Japanese. Like just learn Japanese that normal people actually use. So I think it depends on what you want to be, your goal. Why do you want to speak Japanese? Why are you learning Japanese, right? Advice for Japanese learners: never use kimochi in real life conversation. Kimochi? Kimochi feeling or kimochi? It feels good. Kimochi in a real life conversation. So? Is that strange to use that? I don't know. Reply is a good international touring service. The rates depend on the instructor. There are over 30,000 Japanese tutors on that service. Reply. Reply. Never heard of it. Alex. Hey, hey. I was celebrating my mom's family Christmas. Nice. そうだね. It's almost Christmas. 10 days か. 10 days. Almost 10 days. Reply. Reply or Ripley? I don't know. なんか never heard of the service, but Preply, Preply. So that's the name of the service without typo. Preply かな. Yeah. It's still a good idea. The idea is right. Yeah. What's wrong with kimochi? Is it related to JAB? Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, but it's not like not used only in like intimacy, right? Like if you, I don't know, maybe you go to onsen and soak in to the water and then like, ah, kimochi. That's normal. There's no like, creepy intention included, right? But what's the best way to approach a woman as a foreigner? Ne, like, that's still a kind of like a broad, broad question to me. Best way to approach a woman as a foreigner, like, do you speak Japanese? What's your Japanese level? Do you live in Japan? Or do you don't live in Japan? Like, there are many like factors to answer that question, to be honest. But like generally speaking, though, generally speaking, generally speaking, though, approach ってなんだ? Approach in real life, I guess. In real life. Like, that's like, I always say it, I always will, but have something in common, right? Have something in common. Maybe you have a shared hobby, right? You have a shared hobby, so you have a reason to like talk with her, right? Not just a creepy reason. Oh, I thought you were cute. I want to talk with you. That's like, maybe that's considered flattering in the US, but not in Japan. Like, wow, how selfish you are. You are just frisky and then talk to me. That's kind of like vulgar, right? So you have to make excuse to talk to a woman in Japan. Some people feel like flattered, but like I would say less likely to succeed to ask on a date, even when she was flattered, right? Or なんか because it is just about the look, right? Just an outside thing. But if you can show that you have a reason, not just outside, because she looks cute or something, you have things in common, right? Like you are You have a shared hobby. You are at the same events. You are, maybe if it's like dating sites, you probably find things in common, right? So yeah, have things in common. To ask on a date or something, my Japanese is gonna be N2 by the time I get there. So you have a basic conversation skill. It is. By the time I get there, ということは you are in other country, probably in the US. But I guess you want to find a woman in Japan. You're asking because you are coming to Japan and want to uh, find a woman there, not in the US. I actually like this. I forgot my phone number. Can I have yours? I actually like this one. Yeah. I think you can get away with it if you have this kind of like sense of humor, right? Yeah. But it's not something everyone can mimic. Like, if you're that type of character, right? Like, you're like very funny, you're always making people laugh, goofy kind of character, then I would say use this line. But it's not for everyone, for sure. Yeah. People on Reddit say that younger gen, up to 40-year-old Japanese don't move to countryside and work remote because people are toxic. How much of that is true? I think some of those things are true. I think people don't move to countryside. Primary reason is that most workplaces don't allow working remotely, right? They require you to come to their office in Tokyo. That's why people can't really move out for job opportunity, right? So I think that's the primary reason. That's not the main reason people don't move to countryside, right? Especially young families, right? They probably want to move to other region to get like bigger houses, like or quieter environment, but they can't because they can't get a job there, right? I think that's the main reason. But it's also true that there is a mismatching between like urban younger people and older older people who live in countryside. Well, you can tell they are different, right? And then it's gonna they have struggles to get along, right? Like in countryside area in Japan, they have like many rules, right? They are supporting each other. Like they are supporting each other and they all have like roles to play in the region. Maybe people have to take care of like certain like cleaning certain places. People take turn to clean that places. something like that, and you need to participate in this like local events and then help help to run the event kind of thing. Like you have to participate in the community in those country area most of the time, right? But younger people, they're busy. They are busy with like work and stuff like that, and then they don't really come from the region where you have to do something, like do some work, volunteering work for the community, right? So, they tend to dislike that kind of rules and obligations that comes from like being in a countryside area. So, but older people don't like that. Oh, this is our custom. You need to do this. Of course, you don't get paid. It's this is just what we do. You gotta do it. Why don't you do it? That's so selfish. Like, so that creates tense, right? So yeah, mismatching is also a very common reason when it comes to people who already moved to the countryside and coming back to like urban area for that reason. That is also common. Yeah. Is that a thing in the countryside area in your country? Like you have certain expectations, right? You have to play some kind of roles in the community みたいな. You can't just live alone. You have to be present. You have to be, like be a part of community みたいな. Preply quite famous now. Did you guys know that? I mean, that might be an opportunity. It's like, but is it like you have to pay for the tutor? Kana? It's not like Hello Talk, where people like chat, exchange languages freely. But it's more like you find a tutor there. That's more like italki みたいな. I don't know how that goes. Today is too cold. In Japan, Tokyo, yeah, it is so cold today. Yeah, in this past few days, it's very, very cold. Does that mean we can't say やめてください either, right? なんかね、そうそうね。Best way to approach a Japanese woman: show her all your anime model figures. She'll fall in love instantly. That's a great idea. Yeah. Start by saying すみません excuse me. 確かにね。Not so long. Do all Japanese like anime, or is that just a stereotype? どうだろうね。アニメ it depends on the title, right? Like most of the people watch things like Pokemon とかさ. Anime is for kids, I guess. We all grew up with that. And then there's kind of like next level titles like Attack on Titan, 鬼滅の刃, Demon Slayer, Naruto maybe? Yeah, like those titles, very super famous title. And I think at that level, many people watch it. Like I watch it, and I'm not even otaku. I don't consider myself as like otaku or anime lover or anything, but I still watch those things. まあ also もうジブリis like super versatile. Like almost all the Japanese people watch Ghibli. Well, that's a like more like all ages, all people, right? So it depends. あ、ワンピースもそうだね。ワンピース。Yeah, One Piece. Very common. Finding a Japanese American woman might be easier and much less expensive. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I mean, cool. There are a lot of companies now advertising for remote or partial remote now, especially in tech. Tech はね、tech industry. Yeah. Tech ならね。Yeah, but only tech かな。only tech かな。Thanks, Frank. Oh, you got a mic. Nice, nice. 今日はじゃあ、これ。Dumpling. Thank you. I think the hours of daily commute will force companies to take remote workers. Hours of daily commute will force companies to take remote workers. Sorry, I don't understand. I think you have to try to fit into any community you go to. You have to you have to you have to fit in. まあね。Yeah. I think there's a gap, yeah. Because in Tokyo, people are independent, right? People don't really talk to each other. People don't really know their neighborhood. Don't hang out with neighborhood. But yeah, in countryside, like everyone knows each other. Everyone try to take care of each other. So that might be like, oh, like to Tokyo people, especially younger Tokyo people, it's like, oh, you are stepping too much, みたいな. You are stepping too much into my life, みたいな. 難しいよね。難しい。And, also, people who move to countryside, they are kind of like expecting, like, very calm. Like, they want to, like, be alone. Right? でもだから if their goal is to like move to countryside and participate in a community and not being lonely all the time, that is a good match, right? Oh, this is the life I wanted. I want to be actually surrounded by people, not like in Tokyo. Like you are surrounded by people in Tokyo, but you never interact with each other. But there's interaction. You have friends all the time around you in a neighbor. I think that's what they want to move to countryside. It's a good match. But if not, I guess that's not a good match. you know? Yeah. So I think the best is to compromise a little bit each other, right? Because decreasing the population is a serious issue in those villages and towns, right? The region, countryside area. They want younger people to come in. Then they also want to loosen up a little bit, like have less obligation and, find a way to coexist. Yeah. Probably you pay a fee to an instructor and the rates can vary by the hour. そうなんだ. So it's like italki, right? Italki is also like matching like students and tutors. So it sounds similar. So I have lived in the city in my adult life, but I grew up in the country. It is different here in US. Expectations vary with individual personality and not with societal rules and expectations. Oh, interesting. そこそこ. It may be because of the level of diversity here in both the city and some of the rural towns. Helmag かな? Hello. Since many people move around, the person's personality does not have to conform to the location. People. RB2676. Hello, welcome back. Real rural Japan, the Aussie guy I watch is in Nagano. Nagano ね. They do community cleanups and look after shrines and things. Oh, so those things ね. でもね, if you like those things, there's no issues, right? ね. Hmm. 本当にね. 2025 is going to an end, right? Wow. Can you guys believe it? It's almost 2026. Wow. I can hear Hiro is destroying the house. Because today it's so freaking cold and then it's actually raining. We can't take him outside, so yeah. 2026. And I remember 1970 very well. Well, man, soon I will be like that. Yeah. So, もう、yeah. I couldn't be so productive on YouTube this year, which is my, my frustration というか, I wanted to do more, of course, but I couldn't. But I still have ambitions, you know. I'm still ambitious. I'm actually writing a book right now. Of course, it doesn't go so quickly. I'm writing very slowly, and I'm not really, relying on like AI and ChatGPT. I'm not having them writing my thing, right? So I have all these books and stuff, right? These are just few of my like actual books. I also buy some like internet materials from like professionals, like matchmaking professionals, dating advisors and stuff. But yeah, and not just copying these things, but putting thoughts. And I also have many examples, my work experience as a dating advisor, and many observations on like international couples, like Japanese international couples, putting all my thoughts in it, and then writing a book about, how to date a Japanese woman. Yeah. So you already published a book. Yes, it was about the dating app, right? How to make a good dating profile to attract Japanese women. Because, when it comes to international relationship, online tool, dating apps and online presentation is very important, right? It's it cuts out all the, oh, does he speak Japanese? Does she speak English? Language barrier and all that kind of stuff. So I still recommend, and I know, especially in the US, dating apps, the industry is going downhill. I know, but in Japan, it's not at this point, and many people in Japan still go into dating apps. So I still recommend using it. But it was just about the online dating. But I want to talk more about like the theory and the なんだろうね like the basic way to date and get a girlfriend. You know what I mean? Like so many, like when I see my customers, so many people don't know how it goes, right? Because it's different from the US, right? Hey Asagi, I was seeing a Japanese girl, but she ghosted me. I don't know why. But, well, to me, it's like because you were just seeing her, right? You didn't properly date her. To Japanese women, from Japanese women's perspective, that's not like just seeing each other might not mean anything. So there's a big gap. People just don't know how it goes, right? So I will put like a very orthodox the easiest way to like the easiest procedure to find a girl and get dates and get a girlfriend. You know what I mean? To make it easier for you to understand like Japanese dating culture and then how it actually goes, you know? So yeah. It's gonna take some other times because I can't spend so much time on writing right now. I still have, childcare, housework, uh, meeting customers, and all that kind of things. So it's gonna take a while, but please be patient. And I still take customers on my dating advice service. So if you want to get the one-on-one conversation and get advice from me, please apply. Give me 10 when they are published. Give me 10 って何? What is the difference between relationship with city and country Japanese women? I don't think this is so black and white. Like it varies for sure. But in general, like Tokyo women, like city women in Japan, which takes like 80% of it, 70% of the population is in Tokyo or Osaka, big cities. So that's most of the Japanese people. But so I would say like women who grew up in Tokyo area or city area, they tend to be more materialistic. I would say materialistic and more like なんだろうね、they care about time performance, cost performance, those kind of things. They want to be efficient, you know, efficient, materialistic. I wouldn't even say materialistic. It's more about, I guess, like, you know what I'm saying? Like social media, photogenic, like Instagrammable thing. They like more Instagrammable thing than countryside women, I would say. I would say, yeah. But they tend to be more like international as well, right? Because Tokyo, there are so many like people who have different origin. They tend to speak English more than women in countryside. They are more exposed to international environment. Can't say it like this is countryside women, this is Tokyo women. It's kind of like hard to explain in a short words, but you know what I mean? Yeah. Do Japanese people ghost each other after becoming serious, or is it just in the beginning? Have you ever heard of people saying their girlfriends or wives just stop stalking rather than break up? it usually happens in the very, first phases, right? You guys are just talking, you guys just met once or twice. After you become like a couple, Hiroken coming. Okay, okay. All right, all right. Yeah, usually in the very beginning of the relationship. Yeah. After marriage, like wives ghosting, is that even possible? Yeah. Hey. Hey. What's up? No, 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 no. No. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, chatty boy. Hello, chatty boy. He's been chatty, man. Right? Nya nya gaga. Yeah. Nya nya gaga. Nya nya. Nya nya gaga. どっち？これ。これガガね。It's a babushka gaga. そうそう、babushka gaga. そうだよ。
That babushka is like an old lady.
そうなの？
So
Isn't that a Russian doll?
that's matryoshka.
Matryoshka.
Oh, the doll is a babushka? The matryoshka is also a babushka?
Oh, maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
But I thought babushka just means like a...
おばさん？
おばさん。
ないない。はい。ないない。何？Can you count then, Hiro-kun? This is one bird, right? One bird. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you say it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. He can count if he's more like concentrated, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. What can he say recently? Like he learned so many things.
I don't know.
English
I
words.
spend a lot of time.
Right.
Happy, sad?
Said happy. Happy, Gaga. No, happy. Look, Mama's sad. Mama's sad. 一個一個して。Thank Thank you, thank you. Oh, Mama's happy.
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 Yay.
Happy.
Yay.
One. Or two. One, two, three.
1, 2, 3.
One. Or two. One, two, three.
1, 2, 3.
The same word.
Red.
Yeah.
ね、red だね。
Red. Green. がこれ。
So green. これ green.
Green. がこれ。Green.
Then what's this?
Nana.
Red
Red.
cat.
Red cat.
Nice. Good job. Red.
えここ。
あ、そこにつけたいのね。
Alrighty.
でもそれつけて。Then not en masse. Not en masse. はい、ここにつけた。
Hey, buddy. つけていこう。出かけ。
お出かけだって。
いかけ。
イェーイ。バイバイは。
バイバイ。みんなバイバイ。Say バイバイでちゃん。Say バイバイ。
バイバイ。
こっち。バイバイ。
バイバイ。
Yay.
Alright, let's go, buddy.
ガビが。
Garvey.
ガービー。いってらっしゃい。
ベビが。
Baby car. Okay. Go see Garvey.
これ、そうだね
Close。the door.
あ、ね、OK。
Sorry, good.
It's Eggman, right? It's Eggman. Eggman is back.
Oh,
oh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You wanna see Garvey?
パイラバー。What's up? ねえ、Eggman is back. In America, children might prank you by throwing something at your house. Thanks. Hey, how have you been? Good. Salvador is back. Eggman. The babushka opens to reveal something else inside, like an egg. Babushka, utkushka. Okay. Then I'll give you. I guess I'll give you gaga, which means birds, because they lay eggs. You know what I mean? And it's actually matryoshka, babushka. Yisho. It's kind of cute, right? This one's for you, Eggman. Thank you. And welcome back. Asagi's perspective on dating in Japan books. Awesome. Yeah. というかまあ、パースペクティブというか、ガイダンス、ガイドブック、ナビゲート you. Because you don't want to just wing it, right? I mean, I know some men can just wing it and then can date or sleep with anybody. Like, I know there are some guys like that, but I think most of the guys don't want to wing it. Or they shouldn't wing it. It's just waste of time. Because it usually doesn't work well, especially in the long term. So, yeah, just cut that time. And, why don't you, if you know how to properly, like the procedure to date Japanese women, then you know what to do, right? So you just do it. That makes it easier to improve your dating experiences. So that book is for that. Wow, so chatty, right? He's so chatty. Yeah, especially after flu. I guess after flu, he became even more chatty, you know? Maybe the flu did something to his brain, you know? An American recording artist who sold tapes and CDs, physical media formats on the 20th century. Is that the LL? I don't know. Huh. Robin's egg blue is a color known in Japan as asagi. そうなの? Robin's egg blue. Oh. Super single guy in Kansai here. Oh, you're back. You're back. If you remember me, where I'm no longer a single guy. Nice. Oh, congratulations. Finally in a relationship with a girl from Kansai. Woo. So my question is, what should my new name be? そうなんだ. No, tell me about it. Tell me about it. How did you get a girlfriend? Where did you, like, start from, where did you meet her? Years ago, I was working on restoration projects in downtown Milan. In the morning, schoolgirls would come to the cafes where we drank espresso before work. Now here, nowhere else did I see more snobbish, more dressed up girls. It's a tough lot growing up there as a girl. Tokyo can't be worse. なるほどね。確かにね。そうだね。ミラン、super fashionable, snobbish girls. ねえ、そっか。へえ、確かにね。確かにね。なんかさ、in my time, feels old talking like that. When I was a schoolgirl, right? Maybe like junior high, even even high school, or maybe even I guess yeah, high school, especially high school. Starbucks coffee, Starbucks drinks were so expensive to me. Like I was getting at that point like 5,000 yen okozukai, like money from my parents per month, like 5,000 yen per month, and then I can use it whatever I want to. 5,000. But if you go to a Starbucks, 1,000, it costs 1,000 yen, right? Maybe some kind of frappuccino and maybe a snack to go with it. That costs 1,000 yen, right? So for 5,000 monthly income as a high school girl, it is a lot, right? So I'd rather spend something more like filling, maybe McDonald's sets. It costs like, at that point, 500 yen, and then I'm full. So that's more like my jam, right? But these days, girls, sure, I live in Tokyo area, so girls around this area, they go to Starbucks like so many times. Like, how can they afford it to me? Yeah, like to me, how can they afford it? So many high school girls chatting in a Starbucks, right? It's so expensive. Like how, like, do parents pay for those things? What are you looking for?
Where's mittens?
Maybe still in my pocket of the jacket downstairs. Other than that, I don't know. But yeah, maybe people these days becoming more like, because Starbucks is, if you just want a coffee, just go to 7-Eleven, right? 7-Eleven has coffees, like decent coffee, cafe latte, stuff like that. but they go there for vibes, right? Because they feel fancy holding a Starbucks cup and sitting there is more for the vibe. I get it. People are more for the vibes, especially girls. They are more for the vibes. Yeah. Parker Jeep, thanks for the second super chat. Can't hang like I used to. Hope your family and everyone in the chat has a good rest of the year. You too have a good holiday season, right? I don't know if you celebrate Christmas, but yeah, happy holidays. I'll give you a bird. Hokkaido bird ね. Think you can see it now in Hokkaido. It's a special bird. Dying species. They live in Hokkaido in Japan. Euro snobs are pretty bad. I met her earlier this year at a social event on a random Saturday night through the app Meetup. Oh, Meetup group ね. We talked and got along and we both liked birds. Because bird lovers are... There's no bad people and bird people. You know what I mean? Like, bird people. You know? That's good. Bird lovers. Bird lover couple. You should guys go to Tori no Cafe. Tori Cafe. It's in Sendagi? Sendagaya? 違う、Sendagi だ。Sendagi. Bird cafe. Yeah. You can pet so many birds. But anyways. まさか you guys live in Kansai, so you don't come to Tokyo. Well, if you come to Tokyo, check out Bird Cafe, you know. Bird watching. So we decided on the day. Bird watching date. That's awesome. Bird watching date. いいね. Then we kept going to different places together and then saw each other once a month. Once a month. Ooh. And then last weekend I kokuhaku and she said yes. That took time, man. Almost a year. And then once a month kind of date. Wow, that's unusual, but glad it worked well. But I think Christmas vibe, right? It's Christmas vibe. I think that helped a lot. It was the good timing. Oh, nice. What's the good idea for Christmas if I can't spend it together? Oh, you guys can't see each other on Christmas Day? It's a weekday. It's a weekday in Japan. It's not a holiday in Japan. I get it. But why can't you do like illumination viewing とか? It doesn't take so long. Illumination viewing. Illumination date は you should definitely do that for the vibe. Okay, for the vibe. But it's a good vibe, you know. It's very festive, romantic. Yeah, create the romantic vibe that goes like, you know, romantic night, romantic maybe stay over date this time. It took a year to become couple, so then wow, okay. So you got wow. すごいね. Well, that's good. That's good. I'm glad that worked out well. Eggman, thanks for the super chat. Meeting someone in Japan is hard for a man who looks like he eats chi smells like eggs. So find a lady with a runny nose who also cannot see. Chigyu ne? You know Chigyu? That's impressive. Yeah, Chigyu. Oh, egg rice for Eggman. Yeah, it's actually すごいね. But this is like omurice. If you guys know omurice, it's ketchup rice wrapped by like chicken egg, right? But also this is kind of a unique type of omelette. They put fish egg on egg. So double egg. This is for you. Yeah. Definitely for you. Thank you. Humpty Dumpty. Oh, coffee. It is a go expensive. Even here in the US. I make my own espresso now from home with my Breville Barista Pro. なんか machine? いいね. That's good. Yeah, coffee doesn't have to be expensive, you know. Well, in a special occasion, I get it. Like if you go on a date, if you are like, weekend, like special occasion, fine. But to go every day or every hangout with schoolmates, that's a little too much. Starbucks is a little too much. I may ask you for advice. 久しぶりに誰かと付き合ったから。Oh, yeah, come here. Because you have to keep going, I'm actually surprised that a year-long friendship turned into a romantic relationship. It is not common these days, right? So it's a rare case, I think. But yeah, that's actually great, right? You guys know each other very well already. So yeah, now you need to change the vibe into like romantic vibe, not the friend vibe, right? So yeah, feel free to come one-on-one servers, or I can answer here too. But if you want to go more deep down, feel free to come to my session. Oh, you don't drink coffee. Do kids in Japan get gifts for Christmas? Is that common? It is common. Yeah, we do Christmas thing, like gifting. So we are preparing. The family was sick in this past few weeks, so we couldn't work on it, but we have to work on it in 10 days. Well, anyways, yeah. So what difference, right? I see in Japanese gifting, Christmas gifting, and the gifting in, I guess, US or European countries, that they have so many gifts, They have multiple gifts, presents to their kids, right? Like, not just one, but 3, 5, 10 maybe, to fill up, underneath the Christmas tree, right? It's gotta be full. But in Japan, it's not really common. I think it's very minimal. Like, to me, Christmas gift was just one thing, one nice gift. That's it, right? Didn't come along like so many things, but kids over there seem to have a lot of presents. Well, maybe it depends. Maybe if it's a big family, family gathering, or you get presents from parents, Santa Claus, uncles, grandma. So in that case, yeah, you get a lot of present, I guess. But not it doesn't come from like one parent, especially in Japan. Like it doesn't come from like one person. So many gifts, you know. The guy share かな? Hello? Have you had accident sheep? Accident sheep? What? What's that? I'm on pairs. How do I connect with women in the best way? Is it 大丈夫? Is it 大丈夫? I actually have something to talk about when it comes to pairs. It's nice that you are on pairs. Because pairs はね, I think pairs is cool. Like, I'm not like promoting dating apps just like whatever, of course I sell book about how to have a nice profile, dating profile, right? And it's it's not the reason I'm promoting dating apps. I think I truly believe that dating apps connects people internationally, especially internationally, and then it's a way to meet people internationally, and then very なんだろうね, useful if you use it with some tactic, right? I found my other half on Bumble, right? I think Bumble is cool when it comes to international dating. And also, when it comes to Japanese apps are relatively so much better than Western dating apps. Maybe there are less international mindset people. Like when it comes to the ratio, Bumble have more higher ratio. But on Japanese apps like Pairs, they have so many features to find potential partners, right? Like if you go on Bumble, Tinder, like those Western apps, it's all about swiping, right? So your looks matters the most. It's more about the looks than what's inside. But in Japanese app, you can like do the looks selection, but you also have many like features like community features, such as if you want to find some international minded people, women, you sign up for the community, maybe 海外ドラマが好き like foreign like Western TV show lovers とかね Western TV show lovers, Hollywood movie lovers. I'm looking for international relationship kind of community. If you can sign up for these communities and find people there, right? And it's not about the look. It's not really about the look. You have things in common, and you can find people by those, your hobby, what you're looking for, your like philosophy and stuff, which is great, I think. That's not something Western apps have. And then pairs have that. So yeah, you should sign up. You should join those communities like 国際恋愛みたいなコミュニティ絶対あるよ。絶対ある。国際恋愛とか、なんだろう。そう、海外ドラマ、なんだろう。ハリウッド映画とか。And then recently I saw this article about pairs, right? They are using deep learning, like AI thing. I don't know if it's actually AI, but whatever that is, their matching rate has significantly improved, especially for men. When it comes to men, their matching rate improved 2.4 times. 2.4 times better than last time. Better than the past. Well, even for women, it's 1.5. だからね、まあ it's less than double. But when it comes to men, it's more than double. Right? Which is a significant jump, right? Because many men usually struggle to get matches on dating apps, and if that has improved more than double, which is cool, you know. So they have なんかおすすめ機能、なんか recommendation. So each day you have like here are like bonus potential partners, like profiles that you can like no matter what みたいな。Because you have to pay for to send likes, like more than 10 people or something like that, right? But there are like recommendation feature. They show, I don't know, 5 or 10 profiles each day, and then that's like recommendation. They are using some kind of system, maybe AI, deep learning AI, I don't know, but in this category, people are matching more than ever, right? Because they improve their like matching system, which is cool. Which is not something Western apps have, right? So I definitely recommend pairs, but you just have to have certain level of Japanese skill, and also you have to live in Japan. You have to have an address in Japan and have some kind of ID, passport, or like 在留カード. So the bar is high to join for you guys. So if you live in the US, if you live in another country, you can't basically use it. But if you do live in Japan and then have ID, then try it. It's definitely, the experience is probably better than like Tinder, you know, where looks matters the most, you know. So yeah, I was gonna share this article to you, this information, but obviously I haven't been able to. Yeah, they are like using many data to, you know, match with each other, men and women. Because Japanese people are like busy, right? So they tend to have busy lifestyle, and then don't really have time to go out and meet potential partners. Like they are exhausted, so they still use these apps, especially Japanese apps, right? So I would say try it. I know, it's not fun. It's not fun, but it is useful. So I use pairs with a VPN. Oh no. これはね、I get it. But if you don't live in Japan, women won't continue the conversation. I've seen some customers like that. Oh, I live in Australia, but using pairs, using VPN. But even when he matches with people, girls don't continue conversation because once they figure out they don't live in Japan, It's pairs, it's Japanese apps. They require you to be in Japan, and then you are not in Japan, then they will be disappointed. it's very rare that women will continue the conversation and even think about moving there or like wait for you to come to Japan for like a year or something. So you need to be very like planned, you know? Like can can you visit Japan at least in a few months? Right? Like they expect you to come to Japan very soon, even when they continue the conversation, right? They are on pairs because they want to find partners in Japan, not really expecting like foreigners who live in Japan. They might expect foreigners, but not someone who live outside of Japan. So it's gonna be a difficult game for you if you are using VPN. Anyways. Well, I met her in June. Okay. Okay. So about 6 months. Is that too long? Still long. Also, I am going back to America right before Christmas and coming back in January. ああ、そっか。まあ、それはしょうがないよね。しょうがないね。There's just yeah, the best is to call her every day because she has a winter break, right? So you can talk with her every day. And show her around using like phone. Oh, this is my family's Christmas tree. Oh, there are so many presents with you know. No, that's the best you can do. Joseph, welcome back. Why not drink 7-Eleven coffee? So much cheaper, right? How do I convince a gaijin hunter to try a committed relationship? 外人ハンターってね、like in your head, gaijin hunters are like slut, I guess. They are sleeping around foreigners and never want committed relationship. そんなことないと思うけどね。なんか、I think using the word gaijin hunter kind of makes it like because what's the definition of gaijin hunter? Like, was I a gaijin hunter? Maybe yes, maybe no, right? Like I was more like I prefer to hang out っていうか date foreigners, but I never was like had an intention to sleep around, and I always had an intention to have a long-term relationship. So it was not like I wasn't serious about it, right? So I don't know the definition, but usually it's hard to convince a person who's not looking for anything serious to convince the person. Right? You don't convince. You find a woman who is looking for the same thing as you. So you don't convince. So the answer is don't. But it depends on what's your definition for the gaijin hunter. Or maybe I'm answering too seriously. Who knows? Paul, Christmas in the West is like New Year in Japan. They might get presents, but here it's all about the お年玉。お年玉。そうだね、確かにね。お年玉 from family members. True, true. Dating has been better for me in Asia. I don't match with American Asian women. American Asian women. Oh, そっかそっか. Okay. That's a very thoughtful answer. Oh, okay. But yeah, good luck. Good luck. Yeah, just try few months and then see if you actually, if there's any woman who want to, you know, who are open to have like long distance relationship. If if not, I don't think it's worth the try, because you live in the US, right? David, thanks for the super chat. Big one. David, wow. Like, so I got many new gacha 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 items, but haven't done these, work. この何magnets haven't attached magnets yet, so I can't use for today. Hopefully next time. This is 大阪ソウルフード、串揚げですね。串揚げスティッカー。Thank you. Honestly, from my experience, Japanese women are the freakiest. It costs 100 USD or more for pairs as a guy. 100? No way. Per month? $100? No way. I hardly ever get matches on dating apps. Many reasons. It can be many reasons. And if that's something you can improve, then I recommend to improve. Maybe it's the location issue. Maybe it's location issue. Location is. But if not, then yeah, I think there are many things you can improve. That phone strap is very popular. そう、これね。もうさ、I'm a mom, man. I can't carry my baby and phone at the same time all the time. So I just attach to myself. That's my reason. And I have ADHD. I forget phone very often. I left my phone many times, including iPhone that got stolen. So I don't want to have the same mistakes again. So I just attach to myself, So I have a reason, but yeah, it's also true that it's popular in Japan. Yeah. VPN to pairs. I will visit Japan again later. Okay. Yeah. If you have a plan to come to Japan, then yeah, you might have a chance. But usually they expect you to be in Japan, right? So good luck with that. Does Asagi have a Discord? What does that mean? I don't have like group Discord at this point. I might create one just for my customers, but not the random chat. I did it different nationalities of Asian women, but Japanese women turn me on. Dude, we get it. ちょっとね、いやいやいや、that's what I'm saying, Frank. いやいやいや、like we get it. David, everyone, hello everyone, and I didn't even get a warning Asaki would be on today. So sorry, I explained it today at the beginning, but yeah, I couldn't set the live stream. KGB, welcome back. I plan to live in Tokyo someday for a year at least. For a year? I have been invited 3 different 日本人女性たち? You've had 3 different Japanese women to USA, but it didn't work out. Maybe my next trip to Japan will have a date with women. And I think you are just having the なんだろうね. I think you are just not doing right for some reason. Like I get the vibe. I decorated my coffee plant like a Christmas tree. Cool. Coffee tree. Whatever. I dig it. I like coffee, yeah. Gaijin hunter is kind of offensive. I get it. I've seen gaijin hunters. Like that kind of gaijin hunters, right? Yeah, I've definitely seen one of those. Like, she's obviously gaijin hunter, very offensive. I think it's more about her behavior? Her behavior. I don't think many people say Asagi is a gaijin hunter, right? Because I'm not like aggressive. I'm not aggressive, right? But there are, yeah, definitely aggressive women who are specifically looking for like attacking gaijins, you know? So I get it. How's your friend? How's my friend? Which friend are you talking about? Wasn't my intention to seem if it's some cocky person simply expressing character. I get it, but I guess it's a little too much information. Yeah, that's my take. That's my take. KGB, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate the support. Thank you. I'm a soul man with Jake and Elwood. I have no idea. Soul Man. Ooh, group Discord could get messy, right? そう。まあね、if it's random, it's messy. But you know, if I invite my customers, specifically my customers who are like, you know, who wants to なんだろうね connect with other people who also want to, you know, find someone in Japan, and you know, maybe they can share tips, like share like good restaurants, good coffee shop to invite Japanese women, and that's like foreigner friendly, or like you know, I think that would be good, but haven't really done anything about that. I have a date later today. Woohoo! And the bar barber gave me the worst haircut. Oh no! I mean, yeah, but, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't look so bad. It's just in your head, right? Yeah. What word is better than gaijin hunter, but just meaning I prefer to date foreigners? Nah, I'm looking for the word too, but simply like I prefer to date foreigners. That's just us, right? Like it's not like fetish, or it's not like it's just preference. Where, you know. Oh oh, Joseph. Oh oh. The one who was looking for a partner. The one who was looking for a partner. Oh, I talked about her, right? I'm introducing to a man right now, one of my customers, but it hasn't set yet. No, she hasn't said yes nor no at this point. I just sent her his profile and then waiting for the answer. And if she says no, I will look for other man candidates. Yeah. So she is still looking for a partner. Yeah. Gen his kan. Good night, Asagi. You have an amazing family. Take care. Oh, thank you, thank you. Sorry, I just can't read your name, but you too. Jake and Elwood were the Blues Brothers back in the day. A comedy duo. あ、そうなんだ。コメディデュオ。へえ。What's wrong with having a preference, right? そうね。まあ、難しいね。Sometimes preference, like, sometimes people claim that it's preference, but it's actually a fetish, right? まあ、we all have that kind of time. Yeah. Best movie ever. Good music. あ、そうなんだ。The comedy? Hope she is well. And what do you think about age gaps and how different people are because of it? Like the difference in what they have in common. Hmm? What do you think about age gaps? How different people are because of it? Oh, like the difference in what they have in common. まあね、エイジギャップスね。これは難しいね。難しいよね。It's hard to make it work because they have a really different, they are in a different life stage, right? Life stage. Hmm. The age gaps means less in common, I mean. Less in common, less in common. For sure, less in common is for sure. あとは lots of difficulty happens, right? When you have like a huge age gap, right? I'm not talking about like 5 age gap. 5 age gap is like still like kind of big, but doesn't affect so much. Then it becomes a little more difficult, especially when one is very young, right? If you're talking about like 25 and 35, it's difficult because a lot of people in their 20s, their mindsets change a lot in the next 10 years. A lot. So even if they get along at that time, at first, it's more likely to become different in 10 years, in the next 10 years. Maybe the old one doesn't change so much because they are already like, they know what they want, they know what, they have identity and stuff, but a 25-year-old can change a lot. Can you fit into that change? It's less likely be that. But when it comes to like 40 years old and 50 years old, that's probably like two adults. They already know what they want. They already experienced same kind of things, right? So I think that still works. 20-year-old gap or any more than that, it's gonna involve other things like who takes care of the old person when they get old and have like have more I don't know health issues 何Alzheimer and needs more like elderly support. If one gets like 70 or 80, the other one is still like 60 or something, right? 60, 50 とか. That becomes a little more to deal with. So, yeah, there are many things to think about. Do you think women who live in Tokyo would like to move to a smaller town? Does anyone in Tokyo area want to do that? これは I don't think younger people want to do that. Like, younger people, probably many of the young people in Tokyo came from other cities and towns, countryside included, right? So they don't want to just come back so soon, right? They still want to have their, build their career or, experience fun things that Tokyo offer. So it's probably not so soon, but maybe in like 10 years kind of span, like maybe 5 years, 10 years, once they have a family or something like that, they probably would consider that. But yeah. Wish I could have everything in common with people. What does that mean? Blues Brother movie had the record for the most cars wrecked in a movie. Really? そうなのI'm saying in my age gap, people have less in common. What do you think about that? And if I get into a relationship with age gap, how would I make myself more in common? It's like here in America, someone even 2 years younger, I wouldn't see myself dating because of that gap. Even 2 years younger? Okay. How old are you? First off, how old are you? ね。like, what are you looking for? What? For the sake of privacy, I'll say between. So you are in early 20s. You are in early 20s, and women who are 2 years younger already looks immature or something like that. Understandable. You are still young, and even younger women, kind of like you don't have same thing in common. I get it. But have things in common? You don't have anything in common. Like it can be any reasons, right? Like maybe you have tastes, like you don't have a you don't have many hobbies. You don't have many hobbies. Um, maybe you have like strange hobbies, like minor hobbies. Maybe people around you are not like your fit. Maybe you haven't met so many people. That's what I assume. You haven't met so many people. Actually, not so many. That's why you feel like you don't get along with anyone, especially with age gap. That's what I assume. How can I meet others in the Asagi Life community? Is there a line chat? No, it's probably here. Live stream is where people like interact with each other in my community, and then other than that, I don't have that kind of platform. Only my live stream. I was in 11-year age gap relationship that didn't last. 11 year はね、すごいね。Yeah, that's a quite an age gap to me. I mean, it's not like I never get attracted to older men. Like it wasn't like that. Like I just couldn't see myself in a long-term relationship with like super old or even super younger men. So yeah, I think age gap still works, especially in a short-term relationship, short-term fun, right? But long-term thing, especially marriage, it's gonna be harder. Yeah, it's so much harder. The expectation gets so much harder. So yeah. I think Joseph and Frank shouldn't talk to each other, shouldn't reply to each other anymore. That's just it. Yeah. I think you guys are misunderstanding each other and don't think it's gonna work. Where was I? I was going to ask if he know what Y2K is. Y2K, I would, it's, I still don't know the whole meaning of Y2K either, to be honest. Yeah. Crunch to Grace Hopper. Welcome back and thanks for the support. Where in USA is your spouse from? What sites will you see? Do you meet up with many cross-cultural like yourselves in either nation? ちょっと待って。ちょっと待って。ホッパーでいいですかね。ホッパー。Thank you. Where is my husband is from Florida. What sites will you see in the next visit? I don't know. I actually don't know yet. I mean, we are mostly in Justin's mom's place and probably visit their relatives. I think the biggest purpose of the visit is that we want to see Hiro's great grandfather, Justin's grandfather. He is 90 and he will have a 90s birthday, his 19th birthday, right? That's why we want to celebrate and then introduce Hiro while, he's very old, so, he's still, recognize Hiro. So while he's like that, we want to take Hiro to the US and show everyone his relatives, right? And I don't know where he lives, but he's also living Florida, I think. So mostly in Florida. Might go out of the Florida, but mostly in Florida. But purpose is to see Justin and Hiro's relatives. So we don't have a specific place like, Disney to visit. That's not the main reason, yeah. Do you meet up with many cross cultures like yourselves in either nation? What does that mean? Like international people? I don't understand the question. It's hard to say, but people in America have strong lifestyles, so like people are very opinionated, opinionated. People in America don't get along. America is very political, very opinionated. American people don't get along with American people. なんか I kind of understand that. People are arguing each other. かもちょっとわかるかも。Yeah, I see where it comes from. And I understand your concern. But people like-minded people. You can definitely find like-minded people if you keep looking. Only if you keep looking, right? If you are just staying in your house and not really meeting anyone, then that's not gonna happen. Probably not gonna happen. So yeah, keep your chin up. Keep your chin up. Like-minded people will show up. Yeah, you will if you keep looking. I really think so. Yeah. My ex that I was with for many years was much younger than me. Never again. It was great for the first 6 months, but it doesn't take long before her lack of life experience and wisdom is annoying. Comes from a experienced person. you know. いや、本当そうだと思うな。I think, yeah. I think it will. It's like dealing with a child for the rest of your life, right? Like I can put up with Hiro because he's my child, and I know he will grow up, right? But I don't want to do that with my husband, you know. I can put up with that because he's my child. This is my child. I have responsible. So I don't want another adult who is much less experienced than me and then have to take care of all the time, right? So yeah, I definitely get what you mean. Joseph, thanks for the support. I appreciate you appreciate appreciate what I do. Joseph, thank you. I get sleepy watching people writing or painting. That's the most random comment I could come up with. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Random comment. I don't know what to say, but yeah. Thanks for sharing. Yeah. America is toxic, so if I get with someone toxic, if I get with someone toxicity. If I date someone younger, they don't have the same experiences and they lack some sort of maturity. That's the most that's a likelihood. But there are some people who are immature then get along with younger people. That's also a thing. But yeah, it's about the match at the end of the day. It's not just about the age, it's about the match. So no worries, Rank. There is a lack of connection, like in beliefs, everything. It was not that deep. For sure, for sure. Yeah. Congrats, great grandpa. 네, I haven't met him either. I haven't visited Florida either, so it's gonna be exciting. Do people view the Chinese ban from visiting Japan to be a good thing or bad thing? これね、ちょっと hard to answer for me. It's very political. It's very political. ね I don't know. I don't know. I actually don't know how that affects either good or bad. We'll see. We'll see. Hey. He's sleeping? Cool, cool. ね Have you ever had age gap relationship?
How many years are we defining as age gap?
What was the biggest age gap then? Just curiosity, because people talk about age gap relationship.
How old was I when we met? 34?
34?
We've been together for 3 years, right? You know what I'm saying? How old was I when we met? I was 34, right?
Age gap relationship.
I know, I'm trying to do math.
Okay. Eh?
When we met, how old was I? I think I was 34, right?
You were 34 when you met me.
So it would have been 6 years?
Okay.
6 year age gap?
6 years.
Yeah.
That's not bad. Like 6 years younger than you.
I was dating 6 years younger.
That's not too bad.
No.
Was it like easy?
Easy?
Like was it? でも 3 years is a good number.
I mean, six years, right?
6 years gaps and you were together for 3 years.
No. We were together for like half a year.
Half a year. You think that didn't last because of the age gap?
No, she just had to. She had a career opportunity come up that just didn't match with our living situation.
No. Okay.
She was way more mature than I was.
そうなの
Yeah.
Very mature
Yeah.
young
Maybe
woman.
Maybe too mature.
Oh.
Yeah. Very, very serious person.
Okay.
So I'm not a serious person.
Interesting.
Or I'm not as serious
Okay.
as.
But that might happen. Like, you know, someone is very mature and then prefer very old partners.
I don't know if she preferred old partners. I think she's just really majime. I think she was not ready for a relationship at that time. She didn't know it.
Okay. ね。なんか Yeah. There are many men who specifically looking for like 10 years younger women, right? You know, okay, I become 45 and I have so much money, successful career, so now I want to procreate. And then, you know, to procreate, I need a younger woman, you know, and then, you know, I want to date 30 years old or younger. I don't want 40-year-old woman とかね。
I don't know. I mean, I think that if you're almost 50 and you've only focused on your career, then maybe just keep doing that. It's kind of late to think about a family if you're almost grandpa age. But you know.
そうなんか I think those I get where it comes from, right? You know, I worked so hard to become like affluent and, you know, successful man. So I'm entitled to get a reward for that みたいな。
Yeah, that's poor planning though. That's just your shit planner. Like, you should probably have been thinking about that a little earlier. But
そう because I think even なんか women who are serious about like family, if a woman wants to create a family, then she doesn't require like so much money, right? Like maybe stability is required, but not like, oh, you need to work for MAGA or something,
right.
right? So um so you don't need to be so rich to get married, romance and stuff like that.
I think it doesn't matter how much money you have. Like, once you have a kid, just kiss all your free time goodbye. Just, you know, if you care about the kid, like, kiss all your free time goodbye. If you just want to like have a kid and then pay somebody to raise your kid, then why do you want a kid?
Right.
I don't understand that mindset.
ね、なんか確かにね、poor planning, I should say, balance. It's about the balance, right? Maybe in men's case, you know, your stability and financial situation and age is the big state. But even if you have so much money, if your age value goes down, then like in Japan especially, like younger is better kind of mindset people have, right? So yeah, it doesn't balance out well. だから I think you should think that the time you spend to have such high career, that's the a young woman have to compensate, right? Like it's an exchange, right?
Right.
You have to think that way, but I think many of those successful men who didn't focus on finding partner is thinking like it's a reward. I should get a young woman to have 3 kids or something. Right?
Well, and you're also, if you've spent all that time focusing on your career, you gotta think that's years of dating experience you don't have. That's like 0 relationship experience. Yeah, like having a relationship is a skill. Being able to live with a person is a skill, and you will have none of those skills. And then you're gonna date a young woman who also maybe not have those skills. That's a recipe for disaster.
Recipe for disaster.
Like,
確かに
it doesn't, like, money can't fix that. It can like make the problem seem not as bad, but that's probably worse because it means they're gonna stay with you for longer even though it's a shitty, situation. I don't know.
そうね Yeah, it's hard to work in a long term age gap relationship. I think it's nice to enjoy as a short term relationship, but long term relationship it's another story. だね
Yeah, so having closer to your age is more likely to, you know,
まあ or same maturity ね
same maturity level. Yeah, it's more likely to succeed, for sure, definitely.
ねカウチャーバターもカウチャーバター、he had a young ex-wife and didn't last so long だって、ね
People change when
Yeah,
when they're young.
yeah, people change だねもう especially like 20s or even early 30, right? Some people can change drastically in like 5 years or something.
You gotta date somebody as old and crusty like you. I mean, in my case, I didn't date somebody old and crusty. You're not old and crusty as I.
Old and crusty.
Cause like crusty, like kachi kachi, like you're thinking is kind of like set, right?
ああはいはいはいああ分かった not flexible みたい
Yeah,
な
yeah. Well, not prone to volatility.
It works for a little while because women like to have a man they can look up to when she trusts your judgment and respects you. It's great. But pretty soon she wants to argue about dumb stuff.
Yeah.
あ、そうだよね。wants to be だってばね after some time she wants to somehow be equal or something, right? Maybe she signed up for like respect and you know なんか but
Love
Yeah.
conquers everything, though. Hard disagree.
love what?
Love conquers everything, though. That's a hard disagree for me, dog. Love is just an emotion, just like other emo. Sometimes hate love can turn into hate.
そうだね when love turns to hate that's the disaster. That's also a disaster. Yeah. Unfortunately, love doesn't solve everything. まあね You will learn. You will learn. You are still early 20s. So the commenter is early 20. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Comes from old couple.
Take it from a crusty old man. That's not always the case.
Yeah. But young youth is何 Youth is strong point っていうか because if you are young, people let things slide, right? So I think having so much money and being old, people don't let slide. Maybe at first they will, but at the end of the day they don't. But if you are young, especially Japanese people, they see you as a potential. And then people let things slide. So having more dating experience while you are young is probably the key to success. なんか to success relationship, marriage even. I think. Yeah.
Definitely.
Shadow, welcome back. そうですね I didn't give a heads up. Sorry about that. I explained in the beginning. Heard George's new songs. Oh, he released new songs. Didn't know that. I'm a bit concerned about the future of Japan, meaning their view regarding foreigners and if I will get even worse. Did you talk about recent?
Oh yeah, Dolgen's. Check out Dolgen's new video on that. It might make you feel a little bit better. Like, I had similar feelings, and he puts it into a perspective that's makes a lot more sense. It's not clickbaity. It's not emotionally charged. It's not reactionary. So yeah, I don't know if you know Dolgen on YouTube, but Dogen, and he's released a couple videos that kind of talk about it with a
And he's being very realistic there, right? Like you said, no shocking value. Like it's the video is not specifically to make people concerned because there are already so many videos about that. And Dogen is being realistic. I have to watch it later, but yeah. I don't think it's the rise of sunset or the rise of like exceptionism だっけ
exceptionalism, Japanese exceptionalism.
So it's not like it. I don't think that affects the entire nation or entire politic in Japan. It's just there is a stream. But yeah, just check out his video. I will too, but I think he's saying the truth. He's more realistic than like what you see on social media nowadays. So suddenly love can turn at any age. After 24 years and 2 children, things can still change. Well, you even have 2 teenage daughters and but you guys are co-parenting quite well. That's my take from what you say.
All right, pie lover. So you say people don't know what love means. So does that mean you know what love means?
Right.
Like, just the question.
まあ、確かにね。確かに。What is?
What is love?
What is love?
Baby, don't hurt me. That's a. I don't know if you know the song. It's a meme.
ミームなんだ。
Not trying to put you on blast, man, but like you can't say that nobody knows what love means and then presume to know it yourself if that's truly the case. Anyways, I'll head out.
Yeah. I've been streaming like 3 hours, so I have to go too. I'm hungry. But yeah, I think you just haven't met so many people, to be honest. I just your concern. Your concern probably comes from the lack of real interactions. Like I'm not saying you are not talking with anybody, but just you gotta experience more. You're gonna have more interactions to determine if nobody knows love anymore. Like that's a little like jump, right? So after making that kind of なんだろうね、decision というか judgment, I think there are still many things you can do. It's for you to be optimistic. I think somehow you are looking at negative information maybe on social media. It's all it's all of us. We all have this issue. Like you see so many negative people's experience that you haven't even experienced, you haven't even seen in real life, but we have like negative mindset about certain things. Maybe it's love, maybe it's politics, maybe it's friendship, anything. But the thing is, we are looking at something that doesn't even exist. You are not being present. You just saw social media. You just saw articles. You just saw things that are not real. And then just worrying about it, which is kind of like, we're dumb, right? Maybe you have this potential partner in front of you, but all you think about is that, oh, I saw on the social media, some type of women are cheaters. So maybe she's a cheater too. Like, your thoughts are not present. You're not looking at her. You're seeing all those information that in your head, that in your phone. We are not being present. So I think we want to focus more present, like look at the person in front of you, observe the thing in front of you, right? I think that's what all we should be mindful these days, because all these social media we are surrounded by things that are not real, right? Yeah. But anyways, yeah. Yeah. Anyways, people think well, no, at this point, 48 people joined the live stream. I really appreciate it. I sorry I didn't give a heads up. It's been a hectic few weeks. I couldn't I couldn't set up the live stream and give you a heads up beforehand. Um, Hopefully I can do one or two more live stream in this year, right before the year ends. Um, but we'll see. I'll Justin's recovered, Hiro is recovered. I should be able to at least give you a heads up before the live stream. So keep an eye on it. My Instagram story, especially. So yeah, hope you have a great weekend and holiday season. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.